everyone. I welcome you all to Manu Law Classes Current Affair Analysis. In this particular video, we will discuss July 31 The Hindu Delhi edition newspaper. Our main topic of concern for today is about IIPS, CM Command Center, a news coming in from Uttar Pradesh. Then we will discuss a news from Maharashtra and editorial section which is talking about interstate migrant workers. Then we will study about a new kind of cryptocurrency that will be introduced by OpenAI company and Twitter, that is WorldCoin. Then we will discuss about Vande Bharat trains. Then we will also discuss about the case Bhima Koregaon case and the judgment which came in this particular regard. Then we will discuss about PSLV C56 and then we will discuss about NAP and much more. So without any delay, let's start our discussion with the very first news, that is about IIPS. So here scientists and opposition slam center over the IIPS director's suspension. Members of opposition parties and the scientist community, they have expressed their anger and dismay at the suspension of KS James, who is the director and the senior professor at the International Institution for Population Sciences, which basically conduct the crucial data collection for the National Family Health Survey. So we will discuss in detail about what is IIPS, because any body which is coming in news, they are important from our examination point of view. So we will discuss about this particular body, that what is IIPS and what are the work performed by the IIPS. So IIPS is basically the International Institute of Population Sciences. International Institute for Population Sciences. It is located in Mumbai and it was formerly called the Demographic Training and Research Center till 1970, and it was established in the year of July 1956 under the joint sponsorship of Sir Dorabji Tata Trust and the Government of India and UN. So Tata Trust and Government of India and United Nations, with the effort of these three or tripartite agency, these IIPS was established in Mumbai. It basically served as a regional center. It served as a regional center for training and research in population studies. Okay, it served as a regional center for training and research methods or subjects related to that in population studies. It was declared a deemed university. Deemed university are basically autonomous in nature. They have the authority to issue the certificates and they have the authority to decide their curriculum or the admission process. So these are autonomous institutions. So it was given the status of deemed university on August 14, 1985. Okay, under the section 3 of the UGC Act by, at that time it was MHRD, now it is MOE. Now the recognition has facilitated the award of recognized degree by the institute itself, and it paved the way for further expansion of the institute as an academic institution. IIPS holds a unique position among all the regional centers, and it was the first such center started as it served as much larger population than any other regional center. It comes under the administrative control of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and there are 7 academic departments of this particular institute. So this was an important information with regard to the IIPS. So here basically the director or the senior professor of IIPS, he has been suspended, and this caused a lot of anger among the scientists and opposition community. Moving further toward our next important article, that is coming in from Uttar Pradesh, as UP unveils the Chief Minister's Command Center and it also launched a dashboard. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath inaugurated the Chief Minister Command Center, and he also launched the Chief Minister Dashboard, which basically described them as the effective step taken in providing timely solution to the problem of common people and ensuring a better implementation of the government schemes. All the government schemes will be better managed through this particular portal, and in the line of this particular program, there will be basically welfare of 24 crore people of UP, and along with that the performance of the officials of the police administration, municipal corporation, development authorities and university and various government schemes will also be evaluated through monthly ranking and the grading system which is available on this particular dashboard and command center. With the assistance of the CM dashboard, there will be a real-time monitoring which will be carried out and it will be issued by UP government. The command center is equipped with various integrated dashboard, video wall, video conferencing facility, call centers and discussion and training and technical rooms, and also with the world-class amenities. So here basically this command center and this dashboard, it will basically work to perform or to evaluate the performance and also to integrate all the important welfare scheme. Okay. Now currently 588 scheme and 53 department are registered, and there will be a performance index which has been developed based on the information received from these departments on the CM dashboard. So it is a very important initiative and a very good initiative which has been launched by UP CM, and by inaugurating these there will be a ease to avail all these schemes, and also we will get to know about the performance of various ministries. Moving further toward our next important article, that is coming in from the editorial section, and here we will discuss about the Maharashtra sugar field and also about the interstate workers or interstate migrant workers. So basically, High Court, the background of this news is the High Court of Bombay, it has taken a suo motu. Suo motu mean, for example, कोई भी केस है, अगर वो कोई अथॉरिटी जिसके पास जुडिशियल राइट है, यहाँ पे हाई कोर्ट है, इसके अलावा कोई ऐसी क्वासाई जुडिशियल बॉडी होती है, फॉर एग्जांपल एनएचआरसी की अगर मैं बात करूं, तो इन लोगों के पास ये राइट होता है कि इन केस अगर इनके पास कोई केस नहीं आया है इस मैटर से रिलेटेड, तो ये खुद से भी इस पर्टिकुलर मैटर से जो आपका पब्लिक या पब्लिक वेलफेयर के केस में हो या पब्लिक के भलाई के लिए हो कोई ऐसा मैटर ऑफ कंसर्न, तो उस पे ये केस खुद से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाट दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सुओ मोटो. यहाँ पे हाई कोर्ट ऑफ बॉम्बे ने खुद से इस केस को स्टार्ट किया है, और यहाँ पे इन्होंने बेसिकली जो एक्सप्लॉयटेशन हो रहा है इंट्रा स्टेट वर्कफोर्स का, जो सीजनली माइग्रेट करते हैं फ्रॉम ड्रॉट अफेक्टेड टू एंड वाटर स्कार्स एरिया ऑफ मराठावाड़ टू द शुगर बेल्ट रीजन ऑफ द वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र, तो उनका जो एक्सप्लॉयटेशन हो रहा है उसके अगेंस्ट में यहाँ पे एक सुओ मोटो कॉग्निजेंस हाई कोर्ट ऑफ बॉम्बे ने लिया है. सो एज वी नो, महाराष्ट्र इज द वन ऑफ द टॉप शुगर प्रोड्यूसर्स इन इंडिया, and according to the sugar commissioner the net area sown is around 1.487 million hectares. Now there is a problem कि ये जो आपके interstate intrastate migrant workers आते हैं, इसके चलते बेसिकली जो आपका शुगर केन इंडस्ट्री का एक बैकबोन बनाते हैं, इनका जो कंडीशन है वो बहुत ज्यादा खराब होता है, इनका वर्किंग कंडीशन बहुत ज्यादा खराब होता है, एंड दे आर बीइंग एक्सप्लॉइटेड. सो दैट इज द रीजन दैट High Court of Bombay has taken such cognizance. So here what is the meaning of inter? Inter मतलब यहाँ पे दो स्टेट है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई यूपी से महाराष्ट्र आ रहा है तो दैट विल बी इंटरस्टेट, और इंट्रास्टेट क्या, यहाँ पे मराठावाड़ वाले एरिया से शुगर ग्रोइंग एरिया में अगर कोई महाराष्ट्र के अंदर ही जा रहा है तो दैट इज इंट्रा. ओके, तो यहाँ पे इंट्रा स्टेट माइग्रेशन जो हो रहा है उसकी बात की गई है, और यहाँ पे बेसिकली बोला गया है कि there is a prolonged unemployment after sowing of the rabi crops. Millions of small and marginal peasant household from the Beed, Jalna, Osmanabad, Latur, Nanded and Parbani district of the Marathawad region. They migrate to the sugar belt district of the Sangli, Kolhapur, Pune, Satara, Solapur and Ahmednagar. इसमें जितने भी आपकी शुगर केन हार्वेस्टिंग फैक्ट्रीज होती हैं, शुगर केन की फैक्ट्रीज होती हैं, वहां पे ये लोग काम करते हैं एज अ टेम्पररी वर्कर. So there is a system in this particular context. There is a system called mukaddam. It means labor contractor. For example, a person who is a mukaddam, he will do what? He will supply these temporary worker to the sugar factories at cheap cost and he will take the commission. तो यहाँ पे जो मुकद्दम होंगे वो क्या करेंगे? शुगर फैक्ट्रीज को कोयटास और द लेबर कपल्स दे विल बी प्रोवाइडेड टू द शुगर फैक्ट्रीज and they takes an advance to pay the worker. And this mukaddam system, it assures sugar factory a supply of large volume of temporary, cheap, reliable and efficient workforce. And because of this eco-political system, there is basically more exploitation of these workers. There is no labor law regarding to that. There is an unfavorable relationship between the factory and the workers. So these are the main issues of concern जिसके चलते इनका exploitation हो रहा है. साथ में यहाँ पे gaps की भी बात की गई है. For example, हमारे पास विमेन्स के रिगार्डिंग कितनी विमेन काम कर रही है, विमेन माइग्रेंट कितने काम कर रहे हैं, कितने बच्चे काम कर रहे हैं इन फैक्ट्रीज में, इसका डेटा अप्रोप्रिएट नहीं है. लेकिन इसके लिए एक स्टेप ऑलरेडी लिया है, दैट इज माइग्रेशन ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम एप्लीकेशन. इट वाज लॉन्च्ड इन द ईयर ऑफ 2022 बाय विमेन एंड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ द महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट. और यहाँ पे ये ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट था जिसमें जो आपकी ऐसे इंट्रा स्टेट वर्कर्स, विमेन्स और चिल्ड्रंस काम कर रहे हैं, तो उनको ट्रैक किया जाएगा और उनके बारे में, उनके वेलफेयर के लिए बेसिकली ये काम करेगा. तो एमटीएस बेसिकली यहाँ पे क्या काम कर रहा है? सीजनल माइग्रेंट जो है आपके ट्राइबल डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, टू एन्यूमरेट एंड ट्रैक चिल्ड्रन, प्रेग्नेंट women, lactating mother at source and destination area to ensure proper nutrition, immunization and early childhood care and continuity of the ICDS scheme. To ensure these things to these women and children, this MTS was launched, that is the migration tracking system. But MTS failed to create a comprehensive picture of these seasonally migrating families and their current employment status. There is a drawback in this MTS system, though it was a good initiative, but there is a lagging. एंड दैट इज द मेजर रीजन कि यहाँ पे ये जितने भी आपके माइग्रेंट वर्कर हैं इनको प्रॉपर फैसिलिटी नहीं मिल पाती है. सो दिस इज द मेन कंसर्न ऑफ हाई कोर्ट ऑफ बॉम्बे. एंड हेयर देयर वाज अनदर हाई प्रायोरिटी एरिया, that is the plight of migrant women worker and ensuring their health, safety, employment in the sugarcane labor market. So here in sugarcane harvesting task, women worker are engaged in the strenuous work and that causes deterioration in their health. And that is the main reason that there is multiple issue, like अगर child कोई pregnant women है तो उसका child अगर proper nutrition नहीं मिलेगा तो वो malnourished होगा. So this is an additional burden on the government as well as on the family. Apart from that, the health of women also get deteriorated because of these problems. There is a musculoskeletal disorder, several gynecological issues, and also UNESCO noted that early and forced marriage among the migrant caused problem for the adolescent girls, resulting in early pregnancies, deliveries, or in the absence of trained birth attendants. So these causes the deterioration of health of women. And also there are incidents of violence and sexual harassment cases linked to this mukaddam system and the male worker do these things. So these are the problems which are associated with the intra-state workers or migrant workers. So here basically the government need to intervene in order to provide safe and healthy working condition to these women as well as to other people also. So that is what the author is saying. This was the whole article. Just remember about the important terms, that is the Mukaddam system, the quotas, this particular app, MTS app, and how people are migrating these various scheme, ICDS scheme. It is very important scheme. Just keep a note of all these points. Moving further toward our next important article, यहाँ पे बेसिकली इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है, जो ऑथर है वो ये कह रहे हैं इस पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल में, अ क्राइसिस ऑफ एकेडमिक एथिक्स इन इंडिया. So here basically the author is highlighting that though we are improving in education, but हमारा जो ethics है, ethical education जो है, whether it is related to data manipulation और plagiarism, ये जो हमारे पास दो इश्यू हैं, ये हमारे लिए अभी सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है और इसके चलते हमारा जो एथिक्स है एजुकेशन में वो डिग्रेड होता जा रहा है. सो ओनली दिस मच इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल. Moving further toward our text and context section, here is a very important news that is about the World Coin System. We know Sam Altman is the CEO of OpenAI. We have discussed about him quite many times. So here basically the OpenAI and the Twitter, they are collaborating to reintroduce the World Coin. World Coin is basically based on, it is a project which was eclipsed by the popularity of the ChatGPT और OpenAI ChatGPT. ओके, तो यहाँ पे होगा क्या, वर्ल्ड कॉइन वेंचर जो है ये एक सिंपल मॉडल पे काम करेगा. ये आपकी आईज की जो आइरिस है उसको स्कैन करेगा और उसके बेसिस पे आपको एक क्रिप्टो इशू होगा. अब आप उसको रख सकते हैं कि आगे जाके उसका दाम बढ़े या आप उसको बेच सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे ये सिंपल मॉडल जो है ये वर्ल्ड कॉइन का मॉडल है. तो यहाँ पे साथ में एक तो आपको क्रिप्टो मिलेगा और साथ में आपको एक वर्ल्ड आईडी मिलेगी इन एक्सचेंज if you go for the scam. So this will be the world's largest identity and financial public network system which is open to everyone worldwide. So now we will discuss about this world coin system. It is basically an initiative which was made to create a digital network in which everyone can claim some kind of stake and join the digital economy. So basically और एक ऐसा डिवाइस है जो आपका वर्ल्ड कॉइन वॉलंटियर जो होंगे और ऑपरेटर्स जो होंगे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप एक और ऑपरेटर हैं तो आप क्या करेंगे, आप जाएंगे अपने आस पड़ोस के जितने लोगों को जो भी इंटरेस्टेड होंगे वर्ल्ड कॉइन में, उनका आइरिस आप स्कैन करेंगे. सो दिस इज ऑर्ब ऑपरेटर और ये जो पूरा सिस्टम है वर्ल्ड कॉइन का, इट इज जस्ट बेसिकली using or using a device called orb. It is based on that only, and it will be used to collect the biometric data and the iris or the eye scan, and based on that there will be a unique identity because we know that हम सबका iris अलग होता है तो हमारा unique होगा identity और उसके बेसिस पे हमें एक वर्ल्ड आईडी मिलेगी. और क्योंकि हमने अपना आइरिस स्कैन करने को दिया है तो साथ में हमें एक क्रिप्टो भी इशू होगा दैट विल बी वर्ल्ड कॉइन. मूविंग फर्दर कि ये काम कैसे करेगा, तो जो भी वॉलंटियर्स है ये आपके ऑर्ब ऑपरेटर्स जो होंगे ये अपने लोकेलिटी में जाके बायोमेट्रिक स्कैन करेंगे और उसके बेसिस पे यहाँ पे उनको अलग से क्रिप्टो और वर्ल्ड आईडी मिलेगी. नाउ व्हाई डज द वर्ल्ड कॉइन स्कैन द आइरिस? So in the company's blog post, WorldCoin explained that it wanted to include everyone in its network and that using biometric information to avoid duplication, which was valid method for this. तो यहाँ पे डुप्लीकेशन अवॉइड करने के लिए यहाँ पे एक यूनिक आईडी मिल रही है और साथ में एक यूनिक क्रिप्टो मिल रहा है. तो आपका जो ये वर्ल्ड क्रिप्टो है, WLD क्रिप्टो, वर्ल्ड आईडी क्रिप्टो, इसको आप ट्रांजैक्शंस के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं या आप इसको रख सकते हैं. आगे अगर फ्यूचर में प्राइस बढ़ेगा तब आप इसको बेच सकते हैं. तो ये आपका क्रिप्टो भी मिलेगा और साथ में आपका वर्ल्ड आईडी भी मिलेगा. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट initiative of Sam Altman and Twitter. And this particular project has been criticized widely. Why? Because it is breaching our privacy. हमारा प्राइवेसी यहाँ पे ब्रीच हो रहा है. और जो आपका आपने सुना भी होगा द जनरल डेटा प्रोटेक्शन रेगुलेशन which was issued by Europe. So here basically it is totally against this law and here they are breaching our privacy. So these are the concern and this was about the world coin. You should know that who is issuing it and what are the important like orb क्या है, orb operator कौन होंगे, इस वर्ल्ड कॉइन के साथ क्या मिलेगा, एक वर्ल्ड आईडी मिलेगी और आपको एक क्रिप्टो मिलेगा. तो ये सारे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स याद रखिएगा. तो ये था हमारा आर्टिकल फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट एंड कंटेक्स्ट सेक्शन. Moving further toward another important article that is about the post-quantum cryptography. This article is very good, but यहाँ पे आप लोगों को कुछ basic points याद रखने हैं. For example, I have taught you so many times what is quantum computer. क्वांटम कंप्यूटर जो है इसका स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट एक तो क्यूबिट है, ये पॉइंट याद रखिएगा. अब ये जो क्वांटम कंप्यूटर है, दे आर बेसिकली वर्किंग ऑन अ मॉडल जहां पे किसी भी मैसेज को ब्रेक कर पाना या ब्रीच कर पाना बहुत ही ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट टास्क है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इस पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल में ये मेंशन किया गया है कि अगर हम अभी की बात करें, अभी के सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न्स की बात करें, तो हम कौन कौन से टेक्निक्स को यूज करते हैं. वी यूज RSA, इलेक्ट्रिकल कर्व, डिफी-हेलमैन की एक्सचेंज मेथड. और यहाँ पे इतने हार्ड होते हैं, मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं कि इनको ब्रीच कर पाना पॉसिबल नहीं है. बट इन द ईयर ऑफ 1994, पीटर शॉर ही इंट्रोड्यूस्ड अ क्वांटम एल्गोरिदम, जिसके थ्रू, अगर जिसको क्वांटम एल्गोरिदम के बारे में नॉलेज है या जिसको क्वांटम एल्गोरिदम के बारे में पता है, वो वर्ल्ड की कोई भी ऐसी सिक्योरिटी जो इन सब पे चलती है, RSA, इलेक्ट्रिकल कर्व्स, डिफी-हेलमैन की एक्सचेंज, इन सबको आराम से ब्रेक कर सकती है. तो यहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी ब्रेक हो गई अभी के प्रेजेंट मॉडल में, और दैट्स व्हाई वी सी अ लॉट ऑफ डेटा ब्रीचेस इन आवर प्रेजेंट टाइम, क्योंकि लोगों को आइडिया है अबाउट द सिक्योरिटी ब्रीचेस. तो यहाँ पे बेसिकली ये आपका प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. अब क्वांटम कंप्यूटर को या क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग को इंट्रोड्यूस ही किया गया है कि इट विल बी द मोस्ट सिक्योर्ड थिंग. अब ये सिक्योर कैसे होगा? ये सिक्योर होगा आपके क्वांटम क्रिप्टोग्राफी के बेसिस पे. क्वांटम क्रिप्टोग्राफी से इसको सिक्योर किया जाएगा. सो जस्ट रिमेंबर अबाउट व्हाट इज क्वांटम, what are quantum computing, and what is quantum cryptography. Only this much is important, and remember this name, Peter Shor. He basically developed quantum algorithm. Because ये article बहुत ज़्यादा lengthy है और this much is not important from you, but this is a very good article. You can read about it. Moving further toward our next important article, that is about two Indian military aircraft visit Australia's strategic Cocos Island. So here basically in expanding the strategic reach of the Indian military and improving the interoperability with the Australia, an Indian Navy Dornier maritime patrol aircraft and an Indian Air Force C-130 transport aircraft visited Australia's Cocos Island in the southern Indian Ocean region. And it is close to Indonesia, we all know, and Cocos is very important point because it is a strategic maritime choke point. Here basically we can establish a base for refueling purposes. जब कोई भी आपका जहाज जाता है तो यहाँ पे कोकोस में रुक के ये आपका रिफ्यूल हो सकता है. उसके अलावा it can be, as I already told you, it is a strategic maritime choke point. And apart from that, it is also an operational turnaround for the Indian military purposes, and it is a very strategic island और ये बहुत important है हमारे लिए, कोकोस आइलैंड और क्रिश्चियन आइलैंड. And here we can basically, it can help the Navy to monitor the Indian Ocean. So that's why in order to increase our cooperation with Cocos Island and Australia, we are here expanding, or two Indian military aircraft will visit these areas. Okay. Moving further toward our next important article. Railways to study the route viability for introducing Vande Bharat train. We know वंदे भारत ट्रेन अभी recently बहुत न्यूज में है, बहुत बार आया हुआ है. तो soon we can see वंदे भारत ट्रेन running. तो यहाँ पे बेसिकली रेलवे मिनिस्ट्री ने क्या कहा है, इट हैज डायरेक्टेड द चीफ पैसेंजर ट्रांसपोर्टिंग मैनेजर्स ऑफ द जोनल रेलवे कि ये आपका ओरिजिन डेस्टिनेशन पेयर के हिसाब से जहां जहां पे वंदे भारत ट्रेन को लॉन्च करना है उसका आपका एक लिस्ट तैयार करके दे, एंड ऑन दैट रूट वंदे भारत ट्रेन विल मूव. Moving further toward our next important article, that is about location sharing as a condition for way. तो हमें पता है भीमा कोरेगांव इशू के बारे में. भीमा कोरेगांव इशू में बेसिकली जो आपके एक्टिविस्ट थे वर्नन गोंजाल्विस एंड अरुण फेरेरा, he has been said, or the Supreme Court directed them that they should pair their mobile phones with that of the NIA probe officer as a condition for grant of their bail in the Bhima Koregaon issue. तो यहाँ पे इनको अपना लोकेशन जो है वो NIA के साथ शेयर करना पड़ेगा and then only they will get the bail. So this is an important article, important undercoming under this issue. Moving further toward our next important article that is coming in from the साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी सेक्शन. अगेन इस न्यूज के बारे में हमने ऑलरेडी कई बार बात की है. दैट इज PSLV C56. इट विल बी कैरिंग सिंगापुर's DSSAR and 6 other satellite. So here what is important, that DSSAR, this satellite is belonging from Singapore and it will also carry the 6 co-passengers and it has been successfully placed in the right orbit. This is PSLV mission for the New Space India Limited and under this it has made a successful attempt. DSSAR satellite is basically developed under a partnership with the DSTA, which is representing the government of Singapore, and the ST Engineering. And the other co-passenger satellite which has also been launched, that is Velox AM, which is a 23 kg technology demonstration microsatellite, atmospheric coupling and dynamic explorer. It is also an experimental satellite. Scoop 2, a 3U nano satellite which will be flying a technology demonstrator payload. Nulion by New Space, which is an advanced 3U nano satellite which is enabling seamless IoT Internet of Things connectivity. And also Galicia 3U nano satellite and the Orb-12 Strider. These satellite was launched by ISRO. They were successfully placed into their orbit. Moving further toward our next important article, that is about G. Kannabiran. He takes over a new NAC director. So here G. Kannabiran, he is the former director in charge of the National Institute of Technology, Tiruchi. He has been appointed as the director of NAC, that is National Assessment and Accreditation Council. So we will discuss a little bit about what is NAC because it has come into news. So we should know about what is NAC and what work it performs. So talking about NAC, NAC is basically, as we already see in news, it is National Assessment and Accreditation Council. So NAC is a governmental organization in India. Its headquarters is located in Bangalore and it was established in the year of 1994 in response to a recommendation which was given by National Policy of Education 1986. Now it is an autonomous body. It basically do what? It assesses and accreditates. As the name suggests, it assesses and accreditates the higher educational institution, all the higher educational institution, and it basically give recognition or accreditates the higher education institution, जैसे कि आपका कॉलेज हो गया, आपका कोई यूनिवर्सिटी हो गया या कोई ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूशन हो गया, और कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशन को ये क्वालिटी स्टेटस का टैग भी देता है. Now it is completely funded by UGC, University Grant Commission, and it evaluates the institution in terms of their performance related to teaching learning processes, faculty, research, infrastructure, governance, financial well-being and the student service. So these are the functions which are performed by NAC. Moving further toward our next important article that is coming in from the World Affairs, and here we will discuss about the African Leaders Summit. So as we know, African leaders, they are basically conducting a summit with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, and here there is nothing much more outcome of this meet because here there is no request accepted to resume the deal that kept grain flowing from the Ukraine or the Black Sea Grain Initiative. तो यहाँ पे कुछ मेजर आउटकम नहीं आया है and they left Russia without any grain deal. Putin says Moscow is willing to share the poorest nation some of the revenue generated as a result of increase in food grain prices caused by the termination of this initiative, that is the Black Sea Initiative. So ज़्यादा outcome नहीं आया है, just ये summit conclude हो गया है. That is important for us. So this is all for today. I hope you like this lecture. If you like this lecture, then definitely share and subscribe this lecture with your friends. Thank you everyone. Thank you for attending this lecture.